USA draw with Wales 1-1, and England beat Iran 6-2. USA Wales finished 1-1. I'm gonna go first on this one because I got a lot to say. Game of two halves, really a game of two halves. USA first half completely dominated. Wales could not get grips of the ball. USA created so many chances, getting it out to the fullbacks. I thought the connection in the midfield, we didn't really have a creative outlet, but I mean, McKinney, Adams, Tyler Adams, bro. I mean, McKinney, Adams, and Musa, like every second ball, they were first to react in that first half. It was great. The pressing, once they lost the ball, boom, they went and got the ball back. That was the key. That led to our main attacks. And that first goal, a great build-out play from Josh Sargent, having back to goal. Great. And then getting it off to Pulisic. And Pulisic finding Tim Way on a clever ball. I said it before the game. We're gonna get a point. We're gonna get the goal by Tim Way on the counterattack with this pace. And that's exactly how that came up. The front three interchanging. That's why Tim Way was put in the game and completely dominated them in the first half. Wales did not even have a chance. I think they only had one shot, and it was like this deep shot from one of their defenders or something. Apart from that, there were really not that many chances. Second half was totally different. They took out Gareth Bale. They didn't like the false nine approach trying to build out. So they went, and as they are playing with a little bit of a low block, so they brought in Kiefer Moore, 6'5", playing a bit more direct, and that completely changed the game. Kiefer Moore should have scored too on that corner kick.
Yeah.
He should have scored on that corner kick, and playing more direct just got to them. The US kept getting pushed back and back and back, even though the US on the counter, the difference between USA and Wales, the difference between what Wales did in the second half and what Wales did in the second half or what US did in the first half is that Wales didn't counterattack that first half. Even though USA was getting dominated, USA still had their chances on the counter. They still got the ball in space. They were just missing that final ball, that cutting edge. They could have made it 2-0 even in the second half. They could have. That was the difference between what Wales could not even get a counter in that first half against USA, but US did. They got the ball in dangerous areas. They just didn't have that final ball. And then the penalty, out of all the ways they could have conceded, all the ways Wales was putting pressure on them to concede that penalty with Gareth Bale back to goal, just clumsy from Walker Zimmerman, and very, very disappointing way to score. Very, very, very disappointing way. And Gareth Bale, the captain of Wales, he wasn't missing that. He wasn't missing that complete. What a great penalty. And honestly, after that goal, I really saw it only going Wales's way. I was very nervous. I thought if anyone wins this game, it was Wales, and USA was able to get stuck in and get that point, which was key because a point is not the worst thing in the world, but it is what it is. But the key thing is the US is still in it. They still control their destiny with the point. Emran?
Yeah, disappointing result. I mean, with the way you played in the first half and
you say disappointing result.
Disappointing Wales, as in like when you watch the game.
Wales are disappointed too. If you're a Wales fan, you should be thinking you have 3 points. You should they're feeling the exact same way as us. We should have had 3 points.
No, but when you with the way they got dominated in the first half, and then I mean, if you ask them after the first half, they'll probably say, "Oh, I want a point."
They would have took a point. But if you ask us after that, once Wales conceded that goal, would you have taken a draw?
Well,
I mean, once Wales scored that penalty, would you have taken a draw?
I would have
took it. You wouldn't have, the way that they were dominating us? I would have definitely took a point.
I think winning this game was key.
Nah, I would have definitely took a point.
Oh, if you lost the game,
there was only going one game. Winning this game is key. How? I mean, winning this game is very, very important, but it's not key because Wales dropped a point too. I mean, Wales dropped points too. It's not just us, unless you're concerned about Iran.
Iran
from that first game from Iran, they're hard, but what we saw first game, we should have no problems breaking them down. Of England, a poor England team were able to score 6 on them. We should be favorites.
Wait, what are we saying? England are not poor at all. I mean, if we're talking about US standards.
Bro, they scored one goal in the Nations League that was besides that Germany game, they scored 1 goal that was.
We're comparing them to Iran and the US and Wales.
No. You saw them leading up to the tournament. This England team is not that good. And for Iran to concede 6, USA are definitely favorites and should not be scared of Iran. I'm not saying Iran can. I'm not saying.
And they conceded 6 because they conceded a couple goals early in the first I don't know, 35 minutes or something, but that was because there was like a bunch of time wasted. Anyways, about the US, I feel like it was disappointing as in like with the way the game went. I feel like the first half, with the you had a 1-0 lead, and then second half, the Wales turned it around completely. And I mean, they were attacking, as you said. Kiefer Moore had a chance, and the penalty was just like he was no threat. There was no reason to make that tackle. He still made that tackle, and you were saying like you thought the Wales were gonna win. I feel like during the game though, it was more the US attacking. Like Wales were more on the counterattack still, and
that second half, absolutely not.
no, after Wales scored, I feel like. Well, yeah, early on in the second half was Wales because they were down 1-0.
I don't think Wales had any fears because
I mean, USA didn't look like they were gonna score either, but they had the ball more.
Our main forms of attack was DeAndre Yedlin putting in balls in, and DeAndre.
That was oh my god.
DeAndre Yedlin is a good defender, and I think he should be in the squad. I'm not one of those people, but he cannot put a ball in the cross.
Yeah, his delivery is awful.
He can't cross a road. He can't cross a road. Like it was his delivery.
When he got subbed on, it was to defend, and then the game switched when we conceded. So
Gio Reyna not being on, that very
is there a reason for that?
Me. I hope there's a reason for that because putting in Jordan Morris ahead of Giovanni Reyna deserves to be scrutinized to the core. But that's here nor there. Noah, go really quickly.
Well, their inexperience showed a little bit. They couldn't finish the game in the second half. They got dominated. They got pushed back. I think they had trouble scoring off set pieces. I think they could have done better delivering balls from corners, free kicks, stuff like that. But I think you have to take the positives from this game. A point is good enough for right now, and that England game is a lot of pressure.
Good enough is a stretch. A point keeps you alive. It's not good enough because they're a better team than Wales. They're more talented. They should have had 3 points.
Oh yeah,
not good enough.
But
it's not good enough. But we stay alive. That's the most important thing. Wales took a point. We took a point. The thing is too. Also, I just wanted to point out Tyler Adams was the best player on the pitch. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, he snuffed out everything. He was all over the field. And someone else is not going to get credit. Tim Ream was great in my opinion. He was a question whether he was going to start or not because he hasn't really played for US at all leading up to in the World Cup qualifying cycle. But he was absolutely immense playing against an English opponent. He's a Fulham defender. He's used to it, and I think he should start against England. Number one, he should start against England. Number two, I just want to say, playing out of the back, he was good defensively. He wasn't really tested, but the moments he was solid. He was good in the air. Same with Walker Zimmerman too. Besides that penalty, I thought the center back partnering was excellent in my opinion. Besides that penalty, and Tyler Adams was absolutely amazing. And another thing I want to say is, we played with the back four. Stay with the back four against England. That's all I'm gonna say. Do not be nervous to play against England. That's how you're gonna lose. We have to go at England. Do not be nervous. Playing a back four is the only way we'll win. And the only way we gotta start Tim Weah. Because that side between Shaw and Maguire, there's spaces to be exposed. And if they do play a back four, which I think they will, because they have some arrogance that they think they're a bigger team than us or whatever. If they stay with that back four, Luke Shaw and Maguire, if Maguire is the way to win the game. The way to win the game. That pocket between Maguire and Luke Shaw, that is the biggest weakness in that England team. And if we win that game, it's because we exposed that pocket. But that's to be remained whether they play a back 4 or 5. That I think they're gonna play a back 4.
I mean, you can't go at the England that much because England are gonna have the ball a lot anyway. So counter-attacking, I guess, is the way to go.
Okay, so
you want to talk about England, Iran?
What's your thoughts? What is there to talk about? Iran just laid the bed. They decided to play pragmatic, and once that first goal in, it was only going one way from there. Like, if you're gonna play that approach, you gotta at least keep it 0-0 till halftime. Then you could think about countering, but they just couldn't. England got too many men on the too many players in the box. I thought Jude Bellingham was great. Mason Mount was great. Kane was good. Declan Rice was solid. Sterling was. Everybody played well for them. Saka was good. I mean, everybody played well for them. They didn't really have a bad performance throughout the pitch, throughout the anything. But I'll do say this one thing. the one time Iran attacked, he
Mhm.
exposed the center back partnership of Maguire and Stones. Because Maguire, I still don't know what he was doing on that goal. He sees Mehdi Taremi on his back shoulder making a run, and he decides to step the other way. That's the kind of things that get you beat in these World Cup games. So hopefully, God willing, Maguire is healthy against USA, and they play.
I'd rather play Dyer if I was the US.
Absolutely not. Hell no. No. The Maguire Shaw pathway is key to lose. If you play that, as a US fan, I seek playing against Maguire more than Dyer for sure.
I'm the opposite. But
All right. So let's finish this video off real quick. England get a point. I mean, USA and Wales get a point. England get 3. What's your thoughts on how the rest of this group is going? And don't be delusional.
I think
Please,
yeah,
no
I
more
think
delusional.
it comes down to who's gonna concede less to England. If you concede less to England and
Are
then
you an English fan? You're saying England are like gonna
It's Maguire.
Bro, I have
dominate
no-
games?
hey,
It's
What?
Maguire.
Yeah,
England-
England,
Maguire.
out of your
England-
mouth. England, pop. Who's gonna concede less? Just keep going.
you have to, because Iran already conceded like 4. They're down to 4 in goal difference, and then you have to beat Iran. Both teams have to beat Iran, and I think the US can beat Iran, even though Iran can do a better, can apply the game plan they had against England better against the US because the US aren't as good breaking down low blocks.
Which will change. Which if Gio Reyna was in that midfield, I thought we would. That's a lot more creativity in the midfield, and he should play against Iran. I'm just saying this right now, but keep going.
Yeah, but Wales, well, it's not like Wales can do anything like can break down anyone either. So I still got the US going through, but man, this game was huge.
So you
If they
said
won this
England,
game, would have
USA.
been done.
Yeah. Okay. Look, it's really there's no favorite in this group. England will go through because they have crazy goal differential now with 6-2. They should go through. For me, it's just there's no favorite. It's between USA and Wales. They're both 50-50. And it really depends on number one, they both have to take advantage of Iran. And then it really comes down to the England game, which team can nick a point. And I think the US will be the one that's able to do it. What does concern me though is England. If they do beat the US, then England have 2 wins and more likely wrapped up first place. And that could open up a pathway where they rest key players against Wales. That's also something that would be concerning for me. But I mean, at the end of the day, the US can control that.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
US can control that on their own. They can control it just by getting that point against England. And there's
But at
none of
least
that happening.
England have like similar players to where even if you like substitute Sterling for Rashford or Foden for Saka, you're still
Oh, you'd start Rashford, huh? What was that? I thought Rashford started. Oh, what happened to them not playing a back? What happened to them playing a back 5 against Iran? I told you, bro. They're not playing no back 5 against Iran. They're probably not going to play a back 5 this entire group stage. They only reserve it for teams. They only reserve it for teams they arrogantly think that they reserve the back 4 for teams they arrogantly think they're way better than. And I hope their arrogance sets them up to play a back 4 against USA. I hope so. Because USA has a better chance. USA has a better chance to beat England if they're in a back 4 rather than a back 5.
My thinking was you can still play attacking with a back 5. You still want to keep the system. Whatever, they changed it. And they've done that in the Euros and past tournaments before, so that's okay. Also, I think Iran are not done. Iran can still get a point against the US or Wales and nick a win. Still can happen. I know the goal difference is bad, but still have a chance.
With their goal difference, I don't think 4 points will see them through with their goal difference. The 4 points won't get them through with their goal difference. Because if someone else has 4 points and they don't lose,
who else can get 4 points though? If let's say Wales,
I think the US or Wales could both also get 4 points.
No, but if one of them draws to Iran and the other lose to Iran, then how can they get 4 points? Because they've already played each other. And England, unless they beat England,
you don't think Wales could? I think Wales could beat England. I think US could draw with England. I think
they
Wales
can draw.
I think USA could. For me, USA could get a point from England, and I think Wales definitely can beat England.
Yeah,
I know. Real quick, closing thoughts.
I think it comes down. So England should be able to win the group. I think unless something happens, but for me, I think it comes down to USA and Wales for that second spot. It depends on. I mean, you already said it already. Who can get the result? Who can get the better result against England?
Quickly. We got to wrap it up.
And who can take care of Iran? But I think the US will be able to do it.
Of course you do.
I didn't give
I'll
me
see ya.